All right, there's a lot going on here. We've got the spread of Bitcoin over gold in the top window, and in the bottom window we have the S&P. Um, I want to draw out how these markets relate to each other. Back in 2017, when Bitcoin peaked, you also got a peak in the spread between Bitcoin and gold. So BTC divided by gold, that ratio, that spread, was peaking in December 2017. And if you recall, Bitcoin also peaked at that time. So ever since that happened, I look at this chart and I say, well, maybe I should keep an eye on it because if, the spread peaks again, it might tell us something about, that relationship between Bitcoin and gold. Maybe it means that gold is about to outperform Bitcoin. And here it looked to me, okay, you saw Bitcoin divided by gold, that ratio peaked here and it sold off. But notice here that the S&P kept going higher, even as we got a peak in the ratio for Bitcoin over gold. So I think my suspicion is that when the stock market sells off, Bitcoin will also sell off because a lot of people who own Bitcoin, maybe they also own large cap tech stocks, Amazon, Apple, Facebook, etc. And if they get hit with margin calls or they decide they need money because their tech stocks are getting hammered, they will sell some Bitcoin. So, in that context, I'm very suspicious of the stock market to begin with, and this ratio looks like a double top. So, if this sell off continues, what does it mean for the stock market? Is it forecasting another move down? Well, obviously here it didn't actually cause the stock market to sell off. But this is a double top. It's a reliable pattern. A lot of chartists look at double tops. And what I would suggest is that maybe, this sharp sell off in the ratio when Bitcoin sold off may be telling you that, hey, maybe Bitcoin's getting ready to sell off again. And even if Bitcoin doesn't sell off in a big way, what this ratio tells you is that gold is going to outperform big Bitcoin. So, do you really want to own Bitcoin at this point? Well, it's up to you, but I'm saying that in my mind, the double top is telling you that gold is going to outperform Bitcoin. And if stocks start to sell off, it wouldn't surprise me to see, Bitcoin also sell off. Remember, I don't believe that Bitcoin is a safe haven. Some people might think that digital gold is the new gold, and therefore, you don't need to own old-fashioned gold. What you need is digital gold, Bitcoin. That's a very common perception in the market right now, which is baloney. But that's what people believe. And I'm not saying this as somebody who hates crypto or Bitcoin. I'm saying this as somebody, I forecasted that when you broke out above 12,700 on my Gann chart that you would go to 60,000. It happened. So I'm not against Bitcoin. I have made some bullish forecasts in the past and they've proven right. But it makes me very suspicious when you get talking heads in the financial media forever telling you now that, oh, you got to own Bitcoin, you got to own crypto because, gold is never going to keep up with digital gold. Gold is old-fashioned. It's yesterday. It's no longer relevant. I mean, just look on the internet. You'll see all kinds of people saying this kind of blather every single day. I'm not saying this because I hate Bitcoin. I don't hate crypto. I'm just saying that I respect this double top, and I think that Even if you're bullish on crypto long term, you have to realize that the potential is the double top is telling you that for whatever reason, gold is going to outperform Bitcoin in the near term. And I think this could be a sharp sell off for this ratio, which means if you see the stock market start to sell off at the same time, that's going to be very interesting. You know, people don't always look at ratios. They don't look at spreads between different markets, but there's a lot of information there. So I just thought this was interesting, and if you have the time, send me an email, jamessmith@gannanalysis.net. I'd like to hear from you. I'd like to hear what your thoughts are on this chart and the markets in general. It's always good to get an exchange of ideas. And if you like this sort of idea, you might even think about subscribing to my service. This is my website, www.gannanalysis.net. If you go there, you hit the shop button in the upper right-hand corner, and you can pay by PayPal or credit card. But at the very least, if nothing else, just send me an email and let's chat about this. Double top, what do you think about it? Do you think this is legitimate? Do you think that gold could actually outperform Bitcoin over the next few months? I think it will, but I'm always happy to hear a different opinion. Look forward to hearing from you. Good luck in your trades.